Hi, I'm Sarah Rattray for C-Rock Live magazine at crocklive.com. Here at the Hideout tonight with a Primitive Evolution. You are?
Steph.
And I'm Bret.
And you guys are having your record release party tonight, correct?
That is right. It's actually part 2 of our record release.
And why is that? Was the first one just too jammed?
Yeah, you know, we just like to milk it a bit. But yeah, the first one we did kind of as a last minute show on the day that the record came out. So we wanted to actually do a show tonight where we play the full album front to back and really like dig in. And for the last show, we just weren't quite ready to do that yet. So now we have round 2.
That's great. And this is Becoming, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys have your own studio and you've recorded it there as well?
Yeah, the recording studio, we actually, Stephanie and I and our good friend Kevin, we built the studio and then Stu painted it afterwards. It's pretty amazing. And we were able to record and track and mix the whole album in that space that we built. So it was quite the experience, and it took a really long time, but I'm glad that we did it all. Now it's kind of all behind us, and now we can focus on supporting the record, playing shows.
That's great. So how many songs are on the record?
It's 13.
With the
Lucky number?
With the intro track.
Lucky
We've got
13.
we did an old school kind of intro. I feel like the album concept is getting kind of lost lately. Everything's very single based. So we did an intro for once, and it's kind of moody, and it helps set the tone for the whole album.
Yeah.
That's great. So this album's a little different from your last. So this I feel like is quite a bit heavier. Your last was a little bit different from what I normally see from you guys from your first album as well.
Definitely. We kind of took a 180. We did The Prize. I love that album. But it wasn't the band that we wanted to be really. But we originally set out making that album thinking that we were going to do 2 weeks in a studio and just bang it out as an acoustic record. But it ended up taking this whole new life, and we were working with producer John Wozniak, and we all just kind of fell in love with each other in the studio and just went on this tangent. So there's like string sections and group vocals, and it just got out of hand, and it turned out really nice. But you know, we're not really an acoustic band, so this album is finally realizing the vision that we had for the band that I think we all wanted. So it's nice to kind of finally have arrived, and that's why we called it Becoming. It's like the becoming of the band that we always wanted to be.
That's great. It's a little bit more back to like, you know, your roots, who you guys are as a group. You were talking about who's producing your last album. How about on Becoming? I know there's some pretty big names on there. Who did you guys work with?
Yeah. Well, Steph, you can take that.
Ian DeSaw from Billy Talent. Who else do we work with?
Well, mainly Ian. We co-wrote a couple songs with him, and he does co-production. And then Kenny Luong helped us mix the album, and he's worked with Billy Talent as well.
Yeah,
he's worked with like Metric and all kinds of bands too, right?
Yeah, tons. He's got a crazy Canadian rock roster. I think he's like in some capacity worked on like Tea Party, Thornley, Metric, Billy Talent.
And now you guys.
Just goes on and on. Yeah, so he's awesome. We actually went to college together.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So it was nice to work on something with him finally. He's such a talented engineer, and the mixes, I think, it's the best work I've ever done, for sure.
That's great. It's definitely good to have people that know you get involved. And
Yeah.
So what are you guys going to play tonight?
Well, we're going to play like the whole record front to back, and then maybe 2 more songs after that. Yeah.
That's great. So it'll be a good long show.
It's like an hour long. It's a long record.
That's great. So what's next for you guys? Like after tonight, the record's dropped. Any plans yet? Are you guys going to take a minute to breathe?
Hopefully in the new year we're setting up some stuff to travel down south, maybe do some festivals and like play our way down maybe to Texas for South by Southwest.
Yeah.
That's the next thing on the plate, but we're also hoping, like, end goal is definitely to get over to Europe and actually play some small clubs and then work our way up that way. Maybe play with some of our label mates too on Metropolis Records. That would be nice.
Yeah, totally. There's a bunch of different things kind of in the air. Nothing is solidified, but I think we're definitely doing South by Southwest, and then the rest of it's kind of, you know, we got to confirm it still.
Definitely going to go on tour, though.
Oh, they'll be tour. Yeah. That's the next thing, is just the tours. In Canada, unfortunately, it's horrible in the winter, so we're looking at every option we can to like go down south any way we can, right? So.
I hear ya. So when were you guys signed with Metropolis? How long has that been going on?
This is our first record with them. So we signed with them back in like May. We were already pretty deep into the album by then. And so the Birthday Massacre is on that label, and they're old friends. I used to play in the band a bit, and actually the keyboard player tonight is the keyboard player from Birthday Massacre. So they're kind of like our family band. We share the studio with them, and I approached the label, and they responded really well to the material. So there was an instant kind of like, let's do it, and yeah. Good.
That's great. Anything else to add about tonight and your release and the energy? You guys stoked?
Yeah. For me, like when we do like hometown one-offs are always the worst shows for me. To be honest, like I find that like they're more stressful and there's so many more like little things to take care of. Like when you get on tour or you do a chain of shows, you can kind of get into a groove, and it's like not just a one-off, so it's like we dismantle the studio and load all the gear out and make sure this is done, and it's all just for like one night. So it's like I find them super stressful.
Well, hopefully it'll be worth it. It'll be fun in the end, right?
Oh yeah, like it always is, right? So it's like the whole day is me like going like, and then I get to the show, and then that's the release. And I can like get that whole day out, and the energy is just amped up more, I think, too. So maybe it's like it's better for the audience, worse for me.
We enjoy your stress energy.
Yeah.
You just freak out.
With it freaking out on stage, like. Yeah.
No paramedics, please.
No paramedics. No, I'll be fine.
Well, I'm super excited to see the show tonight. It's gonna be great to see the whole album live. I mean, I've never seen that before, so it'll be great.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, good luck, good job. Can't wait to see the performance.
Thanks,
guys. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers.